It's an entertaining short story about a guy who exposes his ex-girlfriend for being the cheater that she is, and she's losing her mind about it. And the funny thing is, he doesn't do it in a way that they typically do very publicly. Just when people ask, he let them know. And she's going nuts. And this is a perfect example about the inability of many of them to have any kind of accountability whatsoever. Titled, Am I the a-hole for exposing my girlfriend cheating instead of just moving on? And a shout to Dinesh for sending in this story. Says, I'm 23 years old, and I found out that my girl, a 22-year-old female of almost 2 years, was cheating on me, and now a bunch of people are saying I'm an a-hole for I handled it, and honestly, I don't know anymore. For months, she was acting weird with her phone, like always, flipping it over when I walked by, going to the bathroom to text, getting snappy if I asked simple questions. I kept telling myself I was being paranoid and didn't want to be controlling, but my gut was literally screaming at me. Always listen to your gut, guys. The red flags were all there. Well, one night she passed out with her phone unlocked. I know snooping is bad. Okay, I get it, but I looked. And yes, I found messages with a guy from her class. Not just flirting, like full-on meeting up, inside jokes, talking about the SCX they already had more than once. Gotta see, listen to your gut, right there. Well, grounds for a breakup. Well, I woke her up and confronted her immediately, and it was a mess. First, she denied everything and tried to say it was a misunderstanding. He's got all that evidence right there. It's a misunderstanding. Then she said it didn't mean anything. Then she started crying, saying she felt emotionally neglected from me, and it just happened, and she didn't tell me because she didn't want to hurt me, which made me even more mad, to be honest. So I'm going to stop. First, it's so predictable. First, she denies. The only thing you skip was her yelling at him for going on her phone. So first, usually they yell. Then, denies it all, even though the evidence is right there, like she's using the Jedi mind trick on you. Then starts, it didn't mean anything. Then the tears and blaming it all on you. Hobag Handbook, chapters 6, 7, and 8, and 12. It's ridiculous. So predictable. We broke up that night. Here's where everybody thinks I'm wrong. Yes, be prepared, guys. Listen how of an evil scoundrel he is in his actions towards her. I did not make some big social media post or tag her or blast screenshots or anything. But when people ask why we broke up, I didn't lie. I said she cheated on me. I also dropped off her stuff at her apartment while her roommate was home, and obviously the roommate put two and two together. Okay, you heard that. Repeat. He did not put on Facebook or any social media or TikTok damning her to hell or anything like that, or evidence of snapshots, nothing. Just simply people asked, he told them she cheated. And the roommate figured out, nothing more. And that's fine. Well, listen to this. Now my ex is losing her mind. She says I humiliated her and ruined her reputation, and that I should have handled it privately, and everyone makes mistakes. No, sugar muffin. That's not a mistake, okay? You planned all these things out behind my back for months. Sneaking around, sucking that guy's you-know-what. I can go on and on. That's not a mistake. That's full-blown calculated cheating. And as for you humiliate her, really? How about the pain I'm feeling about how you humiliated me and all that? You ruined your reputation. Her friends are saying I'm bitter and immature and that I exposed her just to get revenge. Well, let's just say he is bitter and he did it to get revenge. Well, so the hell what? You don't think he deserves a little payback? You don't think repercussions for her are warranted at this point? But I guarantee all her friends knew what she was doing. Probably some encouraged her. And I bet you some of her friends are just like her. But like, what the F? Why is it my responsibility to protect her image? I didn't cheat. I didn't lie. I did not exaggerate. I just didn't cover for her. I feel like the truth makes you look bad, and that's not my fault. It's not your fault. She just can't deal with, Some people are telling me I should have just said we grew apart and moved on and kept it quiet, and now I'm second-guessing myself. So, Am I the a-hole for being honest about why we broke up instead of keeping her cheating a secret? And also, please tell me if you were me, would you have done the same thing? So here's a question. He's asking questions. I'll ask a question. If the situation was reversed, and he was cheating on her behind the scenes for a few months, and she discovered text messages back and forth with some chick and all that, are you telling me that she would just tell people, really, oh, we grew apart? Oh, hell no. There would be TikTok videos, and there'd be things on Facebook, or whatever people do nowadays, and evidence posted. She'd be going scorched earth. I wouldn't blame her. Seriously. And all the girls would be tearing up a new one. There'd be no, we grew apart. Come on here. But because she did it, and her Harpy army, that the Harpy Brigade is after him with torches and pitchforks and burning their bras against him, now he's the villain here. Bullshit. Any so-called friends or mutual friends should no longer be friends or mutual friends anymore by making out to be the bad guy here. It's ludicrous. So you are not the a-hole, brother. She's the a-hole. I'm glad you dumped. I'm sorry I went through that, which goes to show you, if you learn anything from this ordeal, trust your gut. When your gut was telling you something was going on, pay attention to that. And oh yes, P.S., no freaking accountability. Now, the whole comment section, as you guys can imagine, are pretty much saying the same thing, but I'll read a few before I wrap this up. One guy says here, brother, you need to double down and make a post such as, my cheating ex-girlfriend and her friends say I'm being vindictive for telling people the truth about why we split up. But if I were vindictive, I would have posted the screenshots of her messages with her douchebag affair partner, things like this, and post the screenshots. There you go. I mean, like, yeah, you think I'm being vindictive? Okay. And post those things online. Another one. Tell her you betrayed me and embarrassed me. If you keep blaming me for this, I will start a group chat with all friends and family and post your cheating messages to Loverboy. I don't know why you're upset. You're with the guy you want to be with. Leave me alone and don't contact me again. I'll just have to find someone else to give the ring to. Goodbye. Ooh, oh snap. Another one. Here's a novel idea. If you don't want your lying and cheating exposed, don't do it. It isn't a difficult concept. Your ex is not sorry for what she did. She isn't sorry she lied. She isn't sorry she cheated. She isn't sorry she was dishonest. What she's sorry about is that people now know that she's a liar and a cheat. That is not remorse. By the way, in case there is any doubt, you are absolutely not the a-hole. Absolutely. You know? And here's a question. It's rhetorical. Why didn't she just break up with this guy? Why, when she met the other dude she's sleeping with, why didn't she break up with our guy here and go off and be with him? Because, well, she's an asshole, but also because she wanted to have the best of both worlds. This is the guy that she's a boyfriend with and can, for public show and all that, and she's having fun with Chad and Tyrone on the side. And guess what? Chad and Tyrone ain't going to wife her up, or girlfriend her up, or whatever they call it nowadays. Yeah, in fact, he'll probably dump her because it won't be any fun anymore. And one more, totally not the a-hole. You didn't put her on blast or go out of your way to share this info. You simply declined to lie, which is completely fine. This is your truth to tell. And frankly, she was probably hoping to spin this so she could look good, which likely meant allowing you to look bad. But whether or not this is the case, you do not owe her the favor of covering for her. Tell your friends that you will not apologize for telling people the truth, and that you bear her no ill will, but also no obligation to protect her. Well, bullshit, I'd bear her ill will, especially after this fiasco. But the thing is, guarantee you what she's probably doing, and has done all along, is she's been justifying it. She's probably been saying that he neglects me, doesn't pay attention to me, he's always looking at my phone, and his behavior here justifies what I did. That's likely the case. And all her Harpy friends would probably do the same thing. We're all in agreement with her. There'll be a big echo chamber of agreement there. And you know what? Even though he was hurt by this, he can move on. Because I guarantee you, it was not going to work out with the guy she was hooking up with. And probably one day she'll be back looking for a second chance, because they always come back, and this guy can tell her to F off. So anyhow, guys, the gal's in accountability. Never fails.